Okay. Um, you know, I've been making videos, testimonies on everything, and and showing what they've been doing to me, how they make me feel, perceive things. Like I said, this channel of mine is really specific to what's going on in my targeting. They force people to experience different things and perceptions toward children of also. See this picture. This is a teenager of some sort, and they of course try to give me some sexual perception of this kid. Right? That's what they do. They've been doing it a lot. But this is the honesty. I'm gonna be frank, but that this is not the worst they've done. Right? This is at least a teenage kid, but they've done it to babies, and this is disgusting. But I could have just let that go. I could have just said, this is another one of them, their manipulation. But I don't want them to even let them. I don't even want them to fantasize about me subscribing to this. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna let. They're gonna have to really make themselves create this fantasy over and over and over. They call it being a war. The war is for they're at war with reality. That's what they truly are a war with. That's when they say war, I understand what they mean. It's not actually a war. They no actual war. They doing their thing in the comfort of their homes, doing this remotely, and there's no risk. There's nothing. The war they're facing is the war with reality. Reality is this is obviously forced, manipulated for me to to perceive this kid in this way. Yes, even though the older kid is still a kid, and so their reality is to the war is to create this false reality in their mind too, because it's obvious that I'm not subscribing to this. They know that I'm not going with it. They know I'm not, but their job is to make me accept this. They use these childlike individuals. They use these people who want you to accept this persona, this raw immoral persona. They want you to accept this, and they want you to find, to subscribe to this. As I'm saying that, they keep using this agitating tone to say, keep talking. Well, yes, this is how I'm going to talk. This is what I'm going to say. That I'm never going to subscribe. This is my last words. If those are my last words, those are what I'm going to say. Well, I want you to continue to do this for the rest of your life. While you work for pedophiles, while you can't even speak about a pedophile like Roy Moore, you are trying to make me be stimulated toward children. That is your life right now. You try to make me accept those stimulation to be natural. That is your life. This is what those perps do right now. This is their quote unquote war. War to make you subscribe to this false narrative. These childlike individuals, these bottom feeders, these dogs for the pedals are trying to get you to accept this nasty manipulation that this technology can do. This trash that can't even speak about a pedophile that will feel with pedals that do this pedophilia type of torture, that torture children and women, want you to subscribe to these things. I'll never subscribe to them. Yes, I'll be in pain. Yes, I'll be hurting because I'm a target individual. I was put in this program by my old employer, my real employer, my only employer, the employer who put me in this program. And now I'm gonna be tormented, tortured in every ways. And some of the psychological torment consists of me being forced to look at these kids in these ways. There's noise campaign, and hopefully you could hear some of it. There's people around you who's supposed to get you to subscribe. They're gonna use all kind of intimidations, threats, warnings, torture, all of that to try to get you to accept this. Well, in reality, these people are the pedos. With this moment, they make me have this perception toward this kid. Thankfully, at least this more like a look more of a kid than some others. But they try to bring up, oh, but remember in 2014 you followed this person on Snapchat, and so this thing is just like it's a pattern of like, no, you're forcing me to make me you're forcing me to stimulate me towards these children. You guys are forcing people to have stimulation toward kids of all ages. Literally, this one woman who say they do this program of perversion aimed for young people, children. Literally saying that. You understand that is a pattern. That shows that there's a tormenting tactics. Oh, and of course the pedophilia type of torture is something they say. There's a pattern of using pedophilia to force people to be stimulated in certain pedophilia ways. Those are patterns. When they say almost all target individuals are forced to see child porn, those are patterns. Those are the patterns that you guys have been doing these things. So when I see these people, these low lives, they want me to subscribe to it. They use this child like trash. I think it's part of the tormenting because you hear these people, these kids try to make you subscribe to these things. You're like, please get delusional. I know my brain, even a child can make me lose my my brain. Like, yesterday I was hearing this person who said, I kill. She opened the door, cracked the door, barely opened, and say, I killed. She closed the door back. Now, yes, it's true. This technology kills. This program kills. But these are people who are, sitting on their couches doing things from the comfort of whatever, wherever they are. A child can be killing me right now, right? They're not badasses or fierce individuals. They're cowards, low life trash that could do this thing to a woman or a child or a woman or a baby and kill in such a fierce way. So when they do these things, if unfortunately that's gonna be happening all the time. Anytime if I see anytime I look at a kid, it's gonna happen. Even if somebody just looks like a kid, it's gonna happen. They're gonna force me to have some kind of disturbing perception. This is how it goes. And they won't gonna make me subscribe. They're gonna try to make me subscribe to these things. I'm not gonna subscribe to this. I know it's what they forced me. This is a teenage kid that they want me to look at her in a sexual way. They tried everything. Even the thumbnail, they're trying to like start like some kind of battles. Like it's a child, it's a kid, And they were trying to have these battles, like maybe it's like whatever. And that's why I take a screenshot of this because they try to get you to subscribe to these things. It's nasty. In my head, they were even, anyways. What they try to do is to create a mental battle, mental torment and get you to stress out and subscribe to these pedophilia things that they do to you. No, this the way I'm perceiving this child is the way you're forcing me to. That's why I take screenshots. If I didn't take a screenshot, what will happen is they will create different pictures. My imagination of this will be different. It will be completely different. I would see they will create her in a different fashion. Now I can see her. And this is also I'm making this testimony because in my mind I try to kind of change and phase it out and change it to something else. So this is what they do. This is what they're gonna continue to do. Every time I look at a child, they will make me feel some kind of stimulation, perception, manipulation. It's gonna be non-stop. I'll never subscribe to that. These people who came to speak about pedophile, like Roy Moore, are trying to make me subscribe to this, and they try to go back to, oh, but in 2014 you follow this person on Snapchat. It's like, okay, yeah, I follow somebody who I thought was an adult. I know this kid. This is a kid. She looks like a kid, and I'm not gonna subscribe to this. And they try to like find ways to make me subscribe to all these manipulations. And they try to use this intimidation, like they wait for you. They're gonna like, yes, they're waiting for me, and I'll never subscribe because I know you forced me to have this perception toward kids. They try to come up with a reality, and they think that I'm going to let them escape into that reality. Here's what I'm going to say to finish this up. I know you know that I'm not going to subscribe to this. I know that you're going to force me to perceive children this way. You're going to find anything to create these perceptions as something I should subscribe to. You're going to warn me of the tortures You're gonna warn me of what's gonna happen. You have created a facade that you are protecting the community, which is a very very fraudulent facade. It doesn't even, it's just 2 BS now. You guys actually work for pedophiles. You do have issue of pedophilia in these issues in these agencies, and you do torture women and children currently, and you'll be continuously doing that. And yes, I'm going to be tortured, tormented, because the people who put me in this program expect that. And my employer, my old employer, is the reason why I can speak about Roy Moore, a pedophile that picked up kids. This is somehow is one of many ways you've been humble about things that have nothing to do with me. And so when I get this nasty perception, I always remember that it's trash. And this is what they do. As much as they try to disorient me with the nonsensical things they want to say, the nonsensical reality they put together, I can never let them live their fantasy. This perception of this child is forced onto me. This is their job to do. They're supposed to make me look at kids in this sexual way. Thankfully, this kid is just not even, it's nothing sexual, but like she's not even trying to. She's just simple, regular kid. But they want me to look at this kid in a sexual way. They're disgusting, they're nasty, and they're pedophiles. And no matter what things they try to bring up, they right now what they're trying, the battle in my mind right now, what the way they're trying to get their validation as they try to make me move uncomfortably. Um, they're trying to they're bringing up me, following up this person. In 2014, I've made videos about it many times. I followed this girl on Snapchat, never talked to her when I was 27, thinking that she was an adult. She looked way older than her age. And so I followed her, finding out she was not an adult. And that's the story. I've never even interacted with her. I don't know her. But in fact, it's funny because some of the people I know follow her too. So I wonder if. But the fact is, they're trying to um to use this moment of me following somebody I didn't know in 2014 when I was in mid late 20s, thinking that she was an adult, as validation to now when they make me get the stimulations toward these kids who I know they're kids, who they look like kids, who this false perceptions. I can like I, I get this disgusting stimulation perception of these children, and they have nothing real. But just trying to find, oh yeah, but like almost 8 years ago, remember you found this person also. This is what they do, and they're like, oh, our kids are protecting kids, and the people talking about it, nowhere near having kids. The people, the people saying that our kid is nowhere near about to have kids. So you understand how fraudulent these people are. And the people who have kids who say that they know, they came and speak about a pedophile that picked up kids. And they are forcing me to look at kids in these nasty ways and call it being a war. These people are the dogs for the pedophiles. They are dogs for pedos. They are nasty lowlife. And the only war they're in is the war with their conscience. The war with the logic, the rationale, their thoughts. That's the only war they're in. A war with themselves. They're at war with them, just telling them, just try to create this fantasy that is obviously manipulation. Especially when you hear women saying they do this program perversion aimed toward children, young people, especially teenagers. So you gotta be strong. And they keep saying I'm gonna be castrated. To them, is like castrated. Me being castrated for is like validation. Yes, I'll be castrated. You can say Roy Moore. You understand? That's the reality of things. You work for pedophiles, I'll be castrated. You do the pedophilia type of torture, I'll be castrated. You can't say Roy Moore, be castrated. There's a lot of pedophiles in this intelligence community, I'll get castrated. That's that's reality. I'm okay with this reality. And just to finish up, I was listening to my recording, and I was saying that these people do almost all what they've done in regard of doing this pedophilia type of tormenting. As you hear in the no touch torture, they say almost all target individuals are forced to see child porn in their mind, right? So in the early me recording this earlier, I was speaking fast. I was like, almost all target individuals are forced to see child porn, and I just continued talking. And they're like, oh, they've been saying that they're gonna implant child porn in my computer. So they're trying to use this moment to say, see, you want to watch child porn or something like that. Let me just say this: these people are very, very fear centric. Not only they've been trying to make me think in these peripheral ways, actually, they have been making me think in this disturbing peripheral ways, making me have these disturbing, tormenting thoughts and disgusting thoughts about children. But they keep saying that they're going to implant child porn, actual child porn, not only in my mind, but in my on my computer. So this is a frame that they've been saying that they're going to implement onto me. Let me say this: they wish I watched child porn, but the reality is these people are talking about implanting child porn on my computer. And so when I said that, when I say, and I was just speaking quickly, saying that in the no touch torture book or document, it says that almost after surveying multiple target individuals, almost all target individuals are forced to see child porn in their mind. Me, I just said that so quickly. Almost all target individuals are forced to see child porn. And they're like, oh, you say we're gonna take that and use that as saying that you're forced to see child porn. No, you're forcing me to see child porn in my mind. You're basically forcing me to do this behavior to experience these behavior thoughts. Right? As you can see as I speak, they're trying to kind of twist things around. So I say the wrong thing. But no, I do expect them doing some kind of framing of some sort, which might include implanting child porn. And this is coming from people who have issues with pedophilia, where Asians of all different uh, intelligence community are caught with child porn on their computers. So they try to project these things, where they're going to implant child porn on my computer and try to say that this is you, this is no. They wish that was true, but what they're going to do is do what the pedophilia thinks they like to do. I don't know if the frame is going to be consisting of some child saying that did something to them, them implanting child porn on my computer, them implanting drugs on my computer, implanting drugs in my apartment, uh, and I'm saying implanting child porn on my computer. By the way, just not have that confused. They could be they could be whatever frame they're gonna do, which consists of all these options I said, is what I expect from them. Somebody said that I did something to them that I didn't do. Somebody who's gonna implant child porn on my computer. Somebody who's gonna implant drugs in my apartment, or some child who's gonna say that I did something to them when obviously, I probably don't even know them. So this is what they're gonna do. So they're trying to find ways to make me kind of, you know, uh, be nervous about things that have nothing to do with me. And like I said, these people are aware that I know that these agencies, that this agency that manage them, that contract them, are filled with pedophiles. Are downloading child porn on their computers, their government computers, and they're trying to now find ways to make it cool to sound fierce when they say they're gonna implant child porn on my computer. These people are pathetic, low life trash, and I'd rather burn to death than live the way they live. Sad, pathetic shit. I'm sorry for the language. Trash. That there are dogs for these pedophiles, cowards that are trying to find fierceness in this.